mean? Very disheartening. We were up 2-0 in that series, but again, the story goes as the story has gone all year. We were decimated with injuries. There was a feeling of this is the first time me being a Knicks fan that I wasn't. It was weird, I was looking for some anger in me, because I'm so used to being like angry, what I'm saying, when they lose, like this one did this and that one did that, and if Patrick Ewing hits the jump and gets the finger roll, we beat the Pacers, and if John Starks doesn't go 2 for 18, we win the championship, and if we play better defense on Reggie Miller, there's so many instances. Charles Smith misses all them layups underneath. I mean, I can go on and on.
A million scenarios.
There's a million scenarios, and there was always someone to almost point the finger at immediately after the game to show a little bit of vitriol. Even though I don't hate the Knicks, it's human nature sometimes to look for somebody to blame for shit. You know what I'm saying? At times, you know what I'm saying. But I love the Knicks, and we always forgive them, and we're always back the next season. But I say that to say this: this is the first time that I'm saying, man, I don't even feel angry, bro. I feel, I guess, proud. I feel like, wow, man, I fuck with these dudes. You know what I'm saying? Like, these dudes gave it their all. They put the pedal to the metal and they maxed out. There was nothing left to give. They left it all out on the court. I'm proud of these guys. I think these guys are amazing. I love the way Tibbs subbed certain guys out so they can get a standing ovation. They all deserved it. Every last one of these guys gave their heart and soul this year. We're in great hands looking towards the future. I want to shout out Leon Rose. I want to shout out Tom Thibodeau. There are people saying that he runs his players into the ground. I'm not going to go as far as saying that. We'll get into that. You know what I'm saying? We'll get into that. I want to salute Tom Thibodeau. I want to salute every last one of those guys on that roster, man. They played their fucking hearts out. And we said this a million times, but I got to say one more time. They embody what New York City is about. Not new New York, the old New York, you know what I'm saying? Not the corporate white collar fucking sushi eating, Starbucks, Whole Foods, shopping,
straight organic.
You know what I'm saying?
All organic, vegan.
Yeah, that's not that. I'm talking about the blue collar dudes that punch their time card in every day and they grind and they gotta grind to pay their rent and just hustle every day. Hard hat, lunch pail dudes, man. That's what we represent, and that's always been what the Knicks represent. Like certain teams, the Giants have always been known for their hardcore defense. You know what I'm saying? That's just what they're about. That's their brand. The New York brand has always been grimy, grinded out, hard-nosed play, and that's what this team embodies. And shout out to the Knicks. I loved it. Before we get into what the future holds, certain evaluations, looking back on this wild ride season where like you said, your moms was watching, my moms was watching, my wife, your sisters, brothers, aunts, uncles, cousins, everybody was galvanized. Everyone sat together. The most casual of casual fans were brought together. The Knicks brought the city together to watch the Knicks this year. What is your assessment on this season? How are you feeling after this, this past Sunday's Game 7?
It was definitely, without a doubt, the success in our eyes as fans, right? Obviously, the players are not going to look at it that way, right? Because they failed. They didn't win no chip. That they ain't come home with everything, no ticket tape parade. Now they're just home with their families. But for us, and that's the competitive side of the nature. Us, we're just looking at a different perspective of like, yo, look how far we made it with all the obstacles that we had to face, and we still managed to go somewhere. I still think there is some key changes that definitely need to happen, because you definitely saw it. In Game 7, you saw the inbounding was atrocious. There was certain there was key moments. I'm not gonna point no fingers, but there was some key moments in that Game 7 that could have definitely turned it around. And definitely, when we got it down by 7, we could have ended up being down by 5. And that would have been a game changer. But some slight mistakes. But I'm not going to be sitting here. That's not what I felt like the season was. It was just, it was a long, driven, hard working all season. The playoffs was just as hectic, and these guys gave us 125%. I don't take away anything from what they did, what they accomplished.
Yes.
I know that next year they're going to come back and definitely go further without a doubt, as long as we can remain healthy, get some more key pieces that want to play. I trust Leon Rose and what West is going to do, because I don't think Dolan's going to have any say in any of these things. I think he's already confident, and he understands that whatever Leon and West are doing to build this team to get it to where they're at. 3 playoff visits out of 4 years. Shit, Knicks haven't seen that since like maybe the early 2000s, or maybe they.
It's punctuated. Good point. 3